Thank you, sir. Uh, Today, everybody is talking about cloud computing. But what exactly is cloud computing? Means everybody is talking about cloud computing. In layman language, if I can say that if you only need milk, would you like to buy a cow? And obviously the answer is no. And that where the cloud computing comes into the picture. Cloud computing comes into the picture when organization wants to increase their capabilities and capacities in IT. So, what exactly is cloud computing is, it is the service, application and data storage delivered online through powerful servers. There are three types of cloud. One is public cloud, private cloud and hybrid cloud, depending on the level of the security and the quality of the service which they provide. Private cloud is best suited for where the data is sensitive, where the government have sensitive data and mission critical applications, where the government applications are very timely and critical mission applications. And other public cloud are quickly to adopt, but they are not more secure than the private cloud. And hybrid cloud is a mixture of public cloud and private cloud. So in cloud computing, it is basically a style of computing where massive scalable IT related capabilities are provided as a service using internet technologies. Some of the categories of cloud computing are infrastructure as a service and storage as a service. Both of these, they deliver storage and computing capacities over the internet. Platform as a service. Platform as a service, it provides the partial or full development environment which can be accessed online by the users. Like they can use this platform as software development or testing the software. Software as a service. It provides the full turnkey project application. For example, ERP can be run on the clouds, and CRM and other examples of the software as a service are Salesforce and Google Apps, etc. Once we know what exactly is cloud computing, then what is its advantage? Why we adopt cloud computing in government sector? The main advantage of cloud computing are economies of scale and competitive advantage, which includes the reduced runtime and response time of the application. Shifting of capex to the opex, like capital expenditure is converted to the operation expenditure. Since cloud computing, it is a subscription based and pay per usage service, you don't have to expend much on buying the infrastructures and powerful servers. You just have to pay monthly or annually subscription of that. So the government can take more risk and the pace of innovation can be increased by adopting cloud computing. Organizations and governments where there is a lack of IT professionals, like very good IT professionals, so they can devote more time to their core activity instead of focusing on these IT activities. Cost saving and optimum use of IT infrastructures. There is a lot of cost saving if you adopt cloud computing, because there is power saving is there, labor saving is there, labor cost saving is there. You don't have to invest initially in the infrastructures and all that. Increase efficiency of IT and other stuff. Like thousands of virtual machines can be managed over the cloud computing by the IT staff, and many applications can be managed easily by if your application is on the cloud. Cloud computing, it promotes data sharing and lowers data duplication. Many departments and ministries, if they share data over the cloud, then there is very less that data duplication will be there. The present scenario of cloud computing, like total potential of cloud in India is expected to increase by $13.02 billion from $3.27 billion up to the year 2015. And in this, IT, telecommunication, and e-governance, they are poised to adopt cloud computing at a very high rate. Once you decided that finally what is cloud computing and you decided that this is beneficial for your organization, then what steps do you follow for migrating to the cloud computing? First, establish a need. explore the request, why you go for the cloud. Define reasons for exploring the cloud. Why should we migrate to the cloud? And constitute a committee. And be sure that in the committee you must include all the stakeholders and key users of your application. Identify the objectives. Mean what goals you want to accomplish through this project. Like when you migrate your application or infrastructure or storage on the cloud computing, then what goal you want to accomplish. Decide on technological and financial issues. It means that what will be your requirement after next 5 years? What will be your technological requirement after next 5 years? Which cloud would you adopt? Is it a private cloud, public cloud, or a hybrid cloud? Financial issue. What your organization budget is all about while migrating to the cloud computing? Develop a cost benefit and risk evaluation framework. In this, you compare the total cost of TCO, like total cost of operation of the cloud computing, and what are the risks involved in that. Prepare a request for, then the next step is to prepare a request RFP, that is request for proposal, which includes your organization overview, what are the application currently you are running in your organization, what are the application which you are planning to move to the cloud, and a request from the vendor of pricing, license price, costing price, and other prices, including the references of the customers and their experience in cloud computing. After that, once you received the responses from the vendors, then you can always evaluate the cloud service provider. In government, we mostly go for the the person who bid for the lowest cost. But that is not the right choice in this. In cloud computing, you have to evaluate other parameters as well, like what is the background of the cloud service provider, what projects he has implemented, and what is the successful rate of that project. You can also go to the other organization and ask the users about their satisfaction and what goal they have achieved after adopting these services. Earlier also, one of the delegates was asking about what are the indicators you use for evaluating certain projects, certain e-governance projects and all that. So I have listed out certain key indicators for the evaluation of cloud computing, which you can use not only for evaluation of the vendor, but after the implementation of cloud computing. You can use these factors and return on investment can be easily measured. Tangible and intangible indicators of these are security and reliability, like it is the extent to which unauthorized access of data is stopped. Accessibility, extent to which the data is available at various geographic locations. Not only this, on Delhi, in Bombay, Pune, etc., your data is available at any time, anywhere. Cost effectiveness. This is the parameter which is extent to which various costs like labor cost, power cost, hardware cost, etc. is reduced. Flexibility and agility. Extent to which IT infrastructure respond to changing business need of the organization. Like if you have a high demand, then whether you are able to scalable your IT infrastructure or not. Server quantity. Extent to which number of servers has been reduced after adoption of cloud. Server utilization. Extent to which your server utilization rate has been increased. Like in most of the government organizations, server utilization rate is very low. Like half the time your server is not optimum utilized. Service excellence. Extent to which organization devote more time to increase efficiency in their core activity instead of IT. So these are some of the key indicators for evaluating cloud computing. Now we come to the challenges which are associated with the cloud computing. And the first and foremost challenge is the security and privacy issue. So the officials, they must ensure that the cloud service provider must comply with the security standards of ISO 27000 and all that. Building robust disaster recovery package for the cloud. Like government online servers, they don't They don't have any downtime. So you must ensure that there is a robust disaster recovery package if you adopt cloud. Identify functional area which are to be migrated on the cloud. Like you can't migrate all your areas, all your data or all your applications to the cloud. You have to identify which application you can migrate onto the cloud. Training of personnel at all levels and sustain top level support. Like sustaining top level support is very important, and our policy makers and high level management, if they are willing, then it is very, then the cloud computing process, migration to cloud computing process can be very easily done. Developing expertise in specifying, negotiating, and managing service level management. Like, since there is a lot of contract which has to be involved with the cloud service providers, so the government officials, they have to develop expertise in specifying, negotiating, and managing these contracts and service level management. Handling employee resistance to change and upgrading human capital in the area of cloud computing. Like you have to manage the resistance to change. If the employees don't see what they are seeing on their desktop, then they are very much reluctant to migrate to the cloud. They are very much reluctant to do work on that cloud computing softwares. So you have to handle these employees' resistance. So some of the recommendations and conclusions regarding this is successful implementation to the cloud computing. It requires cooperation between various departments and departments of the government. It's not only one department, but all the departments, if they share their knowledge and data, then cloud computing will definitely achieve the economies of scale. Establishment of G-Cloud under the control of government agencies like National Informatics Centers. G-Cloud means government cloud. Not only the one department, but if all the departments' data is shared on the one G-Cloud, then the ministries can also be beneficial, as well as the public of the country. Migrating to the cloud in modulated fashions to eliminate risk. Like it's not necessary that you go in one go you migrate to the cloud, all your application to the cloud computing. You can migrate step by step, like one application first you migrate, and then some kind of data, similar type of data you can migrate to the cloud computing, and then see the result, and then go for the next one. Handle vendor hesitations and making the system a joint venture between the cloud service providers and government. Like the government, they have to clarify the rules of the procurement and makes law related to the security while achieving and migrating and adopting the cloud computing. So this will increase the confidence of cloud service providers as well. Cloud computing will increase P-government, participatory government, having all public information on the cloud. If all the information are available on the cloud, like the public can be very much benefited by this. Today RTI and all that, if all those information is available on the cloud, then public can also take part in this and access their data. So with this, let's hope like this time the government will be the leaders and not the laggards. Thank you.